For the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani.
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at bat.
Just about to get started. Nick Kurtz digs in now.
16, Nick Kurtz.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. The first batter of the game leaves the yard, and the A's jump in front. It's 1-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Well, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Stepping in, Shea Langoliers. That one's in there, 0-1.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
And that's down and away. Nice grab. Throw to the pitcher. And very nicely done for the out. Take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Soderstrom gets out of the way. That's ball one.
Hey!
And there's a ball.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That's down and in. Right through there for a strike. And down on strikes. Two gone now.
The designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
Two down, bases empty. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Now the 0-1. Tap foul at the plate.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Two down, nobody on. Next offering misses down and away. And that one hammered. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
Jeff McNeil stands in.
0-1.
Man at second. And there's a strike. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hernandez on the move. He's got it, and that is that. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. Bottom of the first, and today's starting pitcher, Luis Severino.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And a foul ball.
Inside ball.
Just
Nope,
off the outside edge. Fouls one off. 2-2. This one smoked on its way out of here. Shohei Ohtani with a star scraper. And we're level. It's 1-1.
Shohei leaves his mark on every game he plays, and he's done it again with a home run. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here's Mookie Betts.
Ball that's outside.
And the 1-0. Betts chasing that time. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Tied up here in the early going. And that one almost hit him.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes. Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. And Chris, they're not lacking for players that can hit the ball over the fence.
And with that said, these hitters have to be patient at the plate because the opposing pitchers are not just going to feed them fastballs down the middle. They're going to have to get deeper into counts and sometimes take the walks. But when they get their pitches, they don't usually miss them, and that's what I'm expecting to see here in this one.
Freddie Freeman in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Just
ball
missed.
3.
Fastball for a strike. And he walked him.
Ball 4.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Payoff pitch. On the ground right side. Oh, look at the stop. Throws from his knees. On the money. Nice play.
Well, that ball off the bat ticketed for the outfield and a base hit for the hitter, but just taken away by the diving stop. Nice job.
Here's Kyle Tucker. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. In the air, left field. And it's a foul ball. On the ground. And that's just foul. Just misses with that one. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And that's the third out. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. All even at 1 apiece. Back here in L.A., we move ahead to the top of the second now. Jacob Wilson now at the plate. Wilson playing up the middle at short, batting 6th in today's lineup. And his on-base percentage this season is right around .360. That one lifted to left. Hernandez under it. One up, one down.
Batting 7th, right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Next up for the A's, Lawrence Butler. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits.
Ball, that's out.
Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it. And that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And that's an infield single despite a great effort at shortstop.
Batting 8th, third baseman.
Runner on at first with one gone. Max Muncy up next for the A's. Way high with that one. Ball 1.
That's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
A little bit high. Ball 2. Out towards right center field. Pajes on the move to the alley. And there's 2 away.
Batting 9th, center fielder, Denzel Clark.
Denzel Clark up next for the A's.
In an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Here comes the 0-1. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
An at-bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
That's in.
Next one off the plate inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the second, tied 1 apiece. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. Swings through that one.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And that one is in the dirt. And that is ball 1. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. That one misses, and the count is filled up. Got him swinging. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Max Muncy at the dish. Big time power.
Nope. Ball 1.
The 1-0.
Hey!
Fastball for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
That's way outside. Yeah, that's ball 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Hey!
Swings through that one for strike 2. Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side here in the second. Through 2, we're tied 1 apiece. On to the 3rd inning. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Nick Kurtz. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Pajes on his way over. He's got it, and there's one down.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Shea Langoliers up next for the A's.
Hey!
Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
The 0-2. And a sweeper misses for a ball. Swings through it for the K. That K is his third of the game. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Now, Tyler Soderstrom went down on strikes his first time through. And that misses. Ball one.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
This one in the air right field. Tucker really on his horse for it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Home half of the third coming up. Tied at 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes.
It's not the first time they've watched a fastball zip by for a strike. I don't know if they're taking intentionally in those spots, but I'd like to see them more aggressive with those pitches.
Just off the outside edge. And the count even 1-1. Swings through that. Next pitch downstairs. Now 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And up next for Los Angeles, Hesung Kim. That clips a corner.
Ball, that's in.
That misses, and it's 2-1. Severino will challenge that pitch, thinking it's a strike. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Tosses to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated hitter.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order, Shohei Ohtani. The next to hit. He's already homered in this game. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Dodgers down in order. With 3 complete, we're tied at 1 apiece. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Ground ball right side. Throws to first in time. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Up next for the A's, second baseman Jeff McNeil.
Next up for the A's, Jeff McNeil. Fly to left his first time.
Hey! Ball one.
All tied up, top half of inning number 4. That one at triple digits.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
That one inside, look out. Struck him out swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jacob Wilson. Fly to left his first time. That one pushed foul. Two down, nobody on. In the air, right field. Tucker on the move. Stretches out and hauls it in. On to the bottom of the fourth, tied 1-1. Ready to go, bottom 4. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Turned on, but foul wide of third. And Mookie takes. Next pitch misses inside. Ball 3.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
On the ground to third. And foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman Freddie.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And that one fouled off. Oh, 1 down.
Ball.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left. That one missed. Go-ahead run at first. Nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. On the ground, 2 ball. The flip. There's one. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
For the Dodgers, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Base is empty after the double play. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Oh, 0-2 now. Ground ball right side.
Get there.
Handles, throws to first, and that is that. Fifth inning coming up. Tied at 1. Back here in LA, and now the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
You know, these A's just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Let's go, showtime.
Breaking
That's
ball
in.
inside. Ball 2. Backed off the plate that time. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Great location with that two-strike fastball. I tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times that location with 2 strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
So digging in, Max Muncy. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Ripped on the ground to second. Oh, the throw is wild. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up.
That's a dangerous throw for the first baseman to try to handle right there. Exposed him to a potential collision, and we've all seen some of the ugly ones over the years on plays similar to that one. So it's great nothing came out of that other than the throwing error.
Denzel Clark up next for the A's.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. And the count even at 1.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 away, tie game, go-ahead run stands at first. And we're at the top of the 5th. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Go-ahead run on base. Nick Kurtz will hit next. Hit on the ground to short. They get the force, and that is that. Halfway home, all even, 1 apiece. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. Foul ball there.
You know, these Dodgers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. So he picks up his sixth strikeout of the ball game.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All three pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
That's a ball.
One out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. One now.
Nope.
And
Nope.
this is
That's
inside.
inside.
Andy Pajes in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And ball 4,
Nope.
2 aboard.
Ball 4.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Struck out swinging his first time.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Close, but called the ball. And the count is 1-1. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double. A run comes in on the play.
Well, everyone is thinking, Ed, would the runner have scored from first if the ball stayed in the park? We'll never know, but they do get a run across with a chance to do more damage in the inning.
Here's the second baseman, Hae-Sung Kim. Golden opportunity right here. And there's a foul ball. Inside and hit him. And now the bases are loaded. Very big at bat coming up as Shohei Ohtani steps into the box. He's already homered here in this one.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late swing.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Two outs, bases are full. high fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Oh, man, that's a tough one to swallow. Had the distance, just couldn't keep it fair. Imagine how great that feels running around the bases when you've just hit a granny. He's got to dig back in, figure out a way. Maybe he can do it again.
The 2-1.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
2-2 now. Out towards right center field. Butler gets under it. And that is the third out of the inning. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 2 and the A's 1. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Next to hit, Shea Langoliers.
Catcher, Shea Langoliers.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike one. The Dodgers have some action in their pen. Tanner Scott, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Vesia getting loose as well. The 0-1. And he dodges that fastball. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the second inning.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's. Just missed. And another ball. The A's with the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the sixth. That one in the dirt. 3 balls, no strikes.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Next offering in there for a strike. Strike one. Langoliers aboard here at first with nobody out. So a walk puts runners at first and second. Pitcher thought that was a strike. He's going to challenge. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. Still one challenge left for them. Big at bat for Brent Rooker now. 1 for 2.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
0-1. Ripped, but it curls foul. That one misses, and that's ball 1. Battling here as he fouls it away. No outs, runners at first and second. That one off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Got him swinging for the K. And that is a big first out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Now pitching for the Dodgers,
Jack Dreyer gets the call from the pen.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Two aboard with 1 out. Now here is Jeff McNeil. That one a little bit high, and that's ball 1. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch in this next one.
2 on, 1 out. And a count 1-2. Oh, right to the backstop. A wild pitch, and the tying run is now 90 feet away.
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you've really got some work to do. Need a big strikeout here.
Base hit, 1 run is in. The throw home.
It's a clutch at bat and could be one of the biggest ones of the game as they jump ahead by 1. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
1 down, runner at first. At the plate, Jacob Wilson. And the lefty with the 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. This one in the air, center field. Pajas has a beat on it, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the A's, right fielder Lawrence Butler.
Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Hey!
And the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the A's 3 and the Dodgers 2. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom of the 6th, Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And here comes Mark Kotsay as he's ready to make a change and go to the bullpen. Luis Severino won't go any further, and he leaves with the lead after giving them some decent innings. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment.
Now pitching for the
Brady
Athletics,
Basso
number
on the pitch out of the
66,
pen here.
Brady Basso.
No outs, runner at first. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker. Late on that fastball. A's leading by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. They have to regroup here.
0-2 now.
Nope, that's the
Just
ball.
misses there.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Freeman on at first. Nobody out. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. 1 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
And up to the plate is Will Smith, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one close, ruled a ball. And a count now 2-0.
Hey.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. And that one fouled off. 1-run game. 1 out. 1 on. Hot shot. And he can't knock it down. Runner holds up at second. 2 aboard now.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here comes Max Muncy. And he grounds one back up the middle. Base hit into center field. Here comes Freddie around third. Safe.
Yep,
It's
he got it.
3-3.
Safe.
It's a hit, and the ball hitting the bag definitely played a factor. Those moments can go either way, and it seemed to work out for the offense in that spot.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at bat. He's 0 for 1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Aim to score from third. It's an RBI single. 4-3. They take the lead.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Brady Basso done for the afternoon. And the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
On the
A's,
mound now,
number
Luis
28,
Medina.
Just
Luis
trying to keep this
Medina.
one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
First and second, one out. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a
Hey.
chance to drive in another run.
The 0-1. And that
That's
one
a
is
ball.
inside. The A's bullpen has some movement. Elvis Alvarado getting loose out there. Barlow also throwing. The 1-1. Ground ball could be two. Tags the runner. Throws in the dirt, but he scoops it. And a double play ends the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. 7th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the A's 3.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Tanner Scott.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Leading
Here's the
off
third
for the
baseman,
Athletics,
Max
third
Muncy.
baseman, Max Muncy.
That is upstairs for ball 1. Looking to get the tying run on base.
That's ball 3.
That one misses. And now 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He has it. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
And ball
That's ball
4 there.
4. Take
Tying
your
run is on base.
Up next for the A's, center fielder.
Pitch
Denzel
count in great
Clark.
shape. It seems you might have a chance to finish it. And it's a called strike after the review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. This one in the air right field. Grabs it on the run. And there's one away.
Up next for the A's, center fielder.
So up next, Denzel Clark.
Ball 1.
The Dodgers holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7.
Backdoor breaking
outside.
ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire to give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
A little bit
That's
low.
ball 3.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
3-0 down. And the tying
ball
run
4.
is on base.
Up next for the A's, first baseman Nick Kurtz.
It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. And the 3-1. In the air to left center. Out number 2.
Up next for the A's, first baseman Nick Kurtz.
So back to the top of the order. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Nick Kurtz.
Come on, Tanner.
Yeah.
Two down, nobody on. And a
Hey!
strike in there.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Dodgers 4 and the A's 3. Back here at Chavez Ravine, set for the last half of the 7th. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. That one way inside.
Hey, 2.
What a stop to first. Nicely done for the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Back to the top of the order now. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. That's hard hit in the line. That's a base hit and a man aboard. Here's Mookie Betts at the plate now. He's one of the few players in baseball history to win the MVP, and Shohei on the go. That one fouled off. And the 0-1. Fouled off down the right side. Ohtani, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. The shortstop takes the ball. Betts hanging in there. He's a tough at bat. Inside, almost got him.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Mookie Betts down on strikes.
For the Dodgers, first baseman.
Here is Freddie Freeman. 1 for 3. Just missed. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Ball, that's outside.
Just missed. Kyle Tucker waiting to bat for the Dodgers. The 3-1. And it's fouled away.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
And here's a 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Take the bait.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
And now a very big at bat for Kyle Tucker. 0 for 3 in this one.
That game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
First and second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouled off left side. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And they get out of the jam. Well done to finish off the strikeout and end the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 4 and the A's 3.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Alex Vesia.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off for the
Now the
Athletics.
number 2 hitter, Shea Langoliers. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. And the
That's a
first
ball.
pitch misses for ball 1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 1 down.
Up next for the A's, left fielder Tyler Soderstrom.
Now at the plate, Tyler Soderstrom. There's a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Edwin Diaz, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Klein warming up as well. Got him to chase one above the zone there. Swings and misses, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Now it's the DH, Brent Rooker. And they've got the no doubles defense set up. Outfielders playing deep, infielders guarding the lines. That one in there across the letters. Sliced hard but foul. The Dodgers trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Good eye right there.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That ends the frame. Nothing doing there for the A's. They still trail it here, 4-3. Back here in L.A., bottom of the 8th. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one missing inside.
Got to be down in the zone with that 2-seamer if you're gonna be effective with it.
There's a swing and a miss.
Ball. Down.
Pretty close, but it was a ball. So they're now out of challenges. The 2-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Just
Ball
missed.
three.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And he represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Muncy. Over to McNeil. And that's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
The 2-1. And a foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off-speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
The 2-2. Fair ball. In comes the runner from third, and they lead by 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one.
Ball, that's off the
Meanwhile,
plate.
activity in the bullpen. Michael Kelly preparing to come on if needed. Alvarado getting cranked up as well. That is the inning. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. Last chance coming up for the A's.
Leading off for the Athletics, second baseman Jeff McNeil.
Ball, that's out. That's
Just
ball 2.
missed. Diaz, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a 2-seamer. The 2-1. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. 2 down.
Up next for the A's, right fielder Lawrence Butler.
Late on that fastball.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
This one in the air, center field. Pajes under it, and that'll do it.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
A 5-3 final score in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout.